and welcome to yet another rejuvenating episode of Agric Connect, the show that brings you real stories, real farmers, and real-time experiences of farmers throughout the nation of Zimbabwe. Today we are in Goromonzi, right in the heart of Goromonzi, where we bring to you a nursery called Freshpicks Nursery. This is a nursery that has helped farmers to start strong by providing high quality and strong seedlings that help them in their horticultural farming. Now, as horticultural farmers, we know that the right start and the foundation of your crop is within getting the right seedling, the right variety, and knowing that your seedlings are vigorous and propagated within the right way. This is where the nursery comes in. You get them your seed and they propagate your seedlings to give you a very strong start as a farmer. In terms of vegetable seedlings, they have it all from cabbages to tomatoes to peppers to onions to lettuce. They propagate a wide range of horticultural crops just to give our farmer the right start, the strong start, and good quality vegetable seedlings that will eventually translate to a good yield for the farmer. Now, as a farmer in horticulture, we all know how important it is to get the right foundation in terms of a good, properly propagated seedling. Now, here at Freshpicks, we are going to get more information from the experts here on the ground on how they've managed to venture into this enterprise of propagating seedlings. With tomato seedlings, for example, and pepper seedlings, we know they take almost 4 to 5 weeks when it's warm and just into 6 weeks when it's cold for them to be propagated properly. Now, we not only go in with the knowledge of propagating, which is putting seed into a tray, but we also go in with the spray programs and chemical application techniques that allow us to get a good, strong seedling that will allow itself to be established properly within the field. Now, moving on to things like onions. Crops like onions will take up to 6 weeks to 7 weeks in terms of propagation, which is slightly longer, and this is knowledge that is required by a farmer if you do decide to venture into propagating seedlings on your own. Also, knowing the right medium that is required to propagate these seedlings is very important. Some farmers come up with their own medium which can take years to perfect, but we also have various mediums that are now on the market that farmers can actually buy and propagate alongside with their trays that are also on the market and readily available. But this is not the only knowledge that you need as a farmer, which is why we are saying we are here to learn more as farmers and get more information on what it takes to actually bring up the right seedling that you're going to translate and transplant into your actual field. So as we are here today, we are going to be joined by these experts and they are going to tell us how they propagate these seedlings, the kind of medium that they actually use for these seedlings, and their irrigation process that allows these seedlings to get adequate water. We also have certain processes that take place towards the end of the lifeline of these seedlings before they are transplanted into the field, where we see a process called hardening, something that you are required to know as a farmer that actually allows you to give your plant a hardiness that allows it to be transplanted into the field more properly and establish itself more properly and readily for the climatic conditions that it meets from the favorable conditions that are found within the greenhouse. Now, we know outside of the greenhouse, the temperatures become more variable and there is no control that is found within a greenhouse structure where seedlings are meant to be propagated. That means, farmer, when you're propagating seedlings, the right structure is also of adequate importance. We've got farmers that have a desire to put their seed in seed beds, but we've realized as horticultural farmers that the actual size of the horticultural seedlings like tomatoes, peppers are very small. We see that in this nursery here, we've got styrofoam trays, which are trays that have small holes within them where our seed and our medium are grown. This allows for the root structure of the actual seed to form more properly. It allows for the seedling that is going to be transplanted to have a stronger and steadier root system that will allow establishment to take place appropriately within the field. So it's important to actually utilize trays as they control and they form the root that is required to establish itself within the field more appropriately. Now we have a situation where we see farmers who propagate their seedlings through small seed beds of their own, having the issue of root system falling apart or falling off into the ground as they uproot those seedlings and try to transplant them into the field. So having trays is of importance as it forms a root structure and ensures that as a farmer you transplant a seedling that is fully formed with a proper steady root system that will allow 100% establishment rate within the field. So utilization of trays gives us more advantage as a farmer in terms of giving us a bigger percentage in terms of the seedlings that are going to be established within the field. Join us as we delve into more information that we're going to get from the experts and managers who are going to tell us exactly how they have managed to get into this enterprise of seedling propagation to give our farmers the right start and the good foundation to a right crop. Hello and welcome back to Agric Connect. Today we are here to learn more about what it takes to actually bring up a healthy and good quality seedling. We are here to learn from the experts here at Freshpicks Nursery who are going to take us into their journey of seedling propagation, where they specialize in propagating vegetable seedlings. Today we are joined by Melissa Chimuka, who is going to tell us more about what their enterprise consists of. Hello Melissa, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, Anita. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Tiri kufara nasi tiri pano panesari kuti tikwanise kuwanawo kudzidza sema farmers Zimbabwe kuti muri kuzvigona sei zvekupropagata kana kuti kukurisa ma seedlings muchipa ma farmers ma high quality seedlings anovapa kuti vawane goal rakati kure. We want to know more as farmers kuti what inspired the dream or the actual ideology of coming up with Freshpicks Nursery.
We noticed that there was a demand in seedling supply, especially here in Marsh East and some parts of Manicaland. So at first that was our target market. Then we later on realized and ninye quality end up to supply the whole country.
How are you managing the actual transportation and maintaining the quality of your seedlings kusvikira asvike to Bulawayo or Midlands, for example?
Tinonyatso make sure that packaging yedu iri well tightened. Tinowanzoshandisa ma card box, tonyatsori gadzira zvakanaka and tonyatsomaronga zvokuti anotenda ari uprooted and tinotomira farmer otanga aisa core yake kuti I'm ready ngaachuye because anoenda ari uprooted. Then antosvika ari fresh even after 3 days. Last year tine mamwe atanga takutosupply ku Namibia.
Wow, that is amazing, guys. All the way from Zimbabwe to Namibia. Now, this is something massive, Melissa. And we're happy to see kuti tine enterprise rimuno Zimbabwe, which is going international at such a level. Tell us more, Melissa, about the actual process of propagation. What goes into propagating seedlings? What is required in terms of ma inputs enyu? Tirikuona pane ma trays arimo akazara munesa rimunomu. Ma trays rudzia munoshandisa, medium ya munoshandisa, inobetsera sei kuti ma seedlings edu akure zvakanaka.
Isu tinoshandisa ma float trays, as you can see. Then media yedu inenge iri coco pit. Reason neto tide kushandisa media inenge free from pests and diseases, inenge iri pure, iri clean, amuna fertilizer, amuna chi. Saka isu tiri kuzoisa ma conditions atiri kuda anenge ari favorable for plant kuti ringe richikura.
So you are in full control of every nutrient that goes into these plants.
Yes.
You mentioned the aspect of kuti amuna ma diseases and trikuona zveshuwa kuti ma seedlings akagwinya, they are healthy and there's lack of any disease within these seedlings. Tinonzwa kakawanda ma farmers achitaura nyaya ye damping off, especially pa stage iyi ma diseases. How do you control the aspect of damping off as a prevalent disease within this stage of crop production?
During production, chinhu chekutotanga is seed dressing. Patinoto receive a seed from any seed house atongoya. First thing tinoisa mamwe chemicals atinoisa a seed dressing. then todyara. Soon after panongotanga kugerminate, totanga futi kuisa machemicals. Saka ndingangoti tinozviachieva through kutova a proper spraying program yakatomirira dumping off chete.
To a farmer anenge achidawo kuita process iyi Melissa, seeing as there is a lot that goes into it, what would you recommend?
First of all, ndingato encourage a farmer kuti ngauye oya ne on seed rake then tompropagate. Reason being zvinoitwa kunge zviri easy munhu akutongona ma-seedlings akadai, but there's a lot zvatinotoita zvinoto require more expertism. Yes,
I understand that, Melissa. So in terms of expertism, do you offer after support services to your farmers and agronomy expertise kuti muzonoona kuti crop iya yatakakugadzirirai iri kuita zvakanaka here?
Yes, izvozvo tinozviita zvisingaiti. Tinoti munhu akatenga mbeu yedu achitori panapa paground, tinogara naye pasi, muri kuziva here zvamuda kunoita, munorima so, toita discussion ye-full program, full fertilizer program and full spraying program, zvese kuti farmer atoenda achiziva kuti ndikunodai. Then after that tozotanga kuita follow up kuti even akaita ma-challenges tototi dzokai back, motipa ma-pictures, motipa tichitaurirana pakatoita issue takutoenda kuvisit.
Now, before we delve further into knowing more about propagating these seedlings, could you kindly tell our farmers kuti munoita ma seedlings echi?
Tinoita ma-vegetable seedlings, tinoita ma-tomatoes, ma-cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, peppers, tingangoti all kind of vegetables, and anenge ama-different varieties ese futi tinenge tinawo.
I'm sure our farmers would like to know kuti semunhu anenge achida kutangawo nursery kana kuitawo ka small nursery to service 1 hectare of crop, what kinds of challenges can be expected from actually propagating these seedlings?
In as much as we are using a controlled environment, there are other factors which are beyond our control, like these days climate change. Kutogona ufunga kuti kuchange kuchipisa, then tokata off mvura chishi and so on, but during the day kongoerekana kwa humid chishi zvotangoda kuita kunge bring up my disease. So as a farmer anofanira kunge ari prepared kutoziva kuti at this stage ndikufanira kunida ma-chemicals akati, ndikufanira kuita zvakati.
So how do you encourage ma-farmers ari kuda ma-seedlings kuti ave well prepared in terms of their calendars and preparing their calendars in time, so it can also be more convenient for you as a nursery? What do you encourage farmers to do well ahead to allow you to prepare for them?
Okay, ma-farmers akauya kwandiri handisika, then toita discussion yecalendar rake, and if pachinonida ma-adjustment ndotomubatsirawo cause tinoita tichimboenda kunoita ma-market research kumarket kwachona, then adaro. Saka tikange takaronga ecalendar, ini ndinotoziva kuti this farmer ningi ari kuda ma-seedlings musi wa2, another batch ari kuda kurisa musi wa15, zvoita kuti client yeye ndiri kuisevha pa-right time yaari kuda, hapana pandichazomuti handina ma-seedlings.
So in closure, Melissa, with this enterprise that you have going on here, what is your takeaway to our farmers out there in terms of propagating good quality seedlings and coming to you as a nursery?
In farming, we believe everything starts with the right seedling or with the right seed. So a farmer should come, then tunyatsomupa mbeu yake iri well propagated, free from disease, free from pests, that zvinongoratidza kuti farmer even yield yake ichange iri more nekuti haana madisease, and akatora a well propagated seedling, even rate rekunzi dumping off chii mamwe ma-seedlings haana kuita inenge iri reduced or panenge pastorina, and macrops ake ese anonyatsoita uniformity.
Wow, that was very insightful, Melissa. Thank you so much for those words of encouragement to our farmers, and thank you for also sharing your insights here at Freshpicks Nursery on how you propagate good quality seedlings for our farmers nationwide. So there you have it, farmers. It's a task to propagate seedlings of such quality. And as Melissa has said, it is important for you to approach a reputable nursery if you are starting off in the horticultural enterprise. Get your seedlings from a reputable nursery that knows how to do it the right way, so you can get a good start with the right seedlings and proper establishment within your field. We are going to get more information in the upcoming segment from an expert who is going to take us into what it requires for you as a farmer to start off with good quality seedlings in terms of good establishment within your field. Join us in the next segment. Hello and welcome back to Agric Connect, where you get real stories in real time about real farmers and real farmer experiences. We are now joined by our expert in this segment who is going to tell us why it is so important to start off with the right seedlings. We are welcoming to this segment Patience Chisho, who is an expert in seedling propagation and has an agronomy background expertise as well. Hi Patience, how are you today?
I'm good, Annette. How are you?
I'm very well. We look forward to hearing your expertise ma vegetable seedlings. As an expert in this kind of enterprise, why would you say it's important for a farmer to start off with quality propagated seedlings opposed to directly planting their vegetable seedlings?
Isusu tiri kuti kuvarimi zvakakosha kuti varimi varege kudyara maseedlings avo directly, because chekutanga pasi pane anonzi masoil borne diseases. So varimi vachinge kana vadyara maseedlings avo pasi pavhu, vakunotransplant vanenge vakutorana nemasoil borne diseases wayo vakuenda nawo kumunda kwavo, hazvichakwanisike kudziviririka because already patova nechirwere chatoenda kumunda. Zvasiyana nesu isusu tinoshandisa anenge achinzi masuspended trays anenge ari mudenga. Chekutanga tinenge tadisinfecta matrays edu atova free from madiseases. Chechipiri ari mudenga yekuti tinenge tichikwanisa tase kucontrola, hapana kuti tiri kutransporta disease kubva kuno kuti tichiendesa kumurimi.
Okay, mataura nyaya yekudzivirira zvirwere. What are the effects of getting a poor standing and actually carrying diseased plants into the field?
Tiri kuti murimi akabva nechirwere chiri mumaseedlings kuenda nacho kumunda kwake, chekutanga ndechekuti seedling iroro kukura kwacho kunenge kuri kwekutamburira. Chechipiri yield yachona inenge yatova very poor, yaderera panzvimbo yekuti inenge ive ichinyatsonge ichiproducer or quality yakanaka.
What other challenges are farmers likely to face in the event where they actually transplant seedlings from the nursery?
Chekutanga ndechekuti varimi vanowanza kuita dambudziko rekuti vachida kuenda kunodyara maseedlings avo kumunda kwavo havaite pre-irrigate munda wavo. Chechipiri vanoti kana vakunodyara vanowanza kuti seed contact nefertilizer contact zvobatana zvokonzeresa kuti seedling redu ratinenge tavapa ronge ratsva harichakwanisike kuita kukura mune zvakanaka. Then point number 3 inoitwa nevarimi ndeyekuti zvoni vanowanza kunyudza seedling redu. Like tikatarisa this seedling redu recabbage handiti vari kunyudza this seedling kusvitsa vakuvhara mwoyo uyayo unenge uchitungira kuti seedling redu tinge richiita richikura zvakanaka.
Munokwanisa kuti tsanangurirawo here kuti iyi inonzi transplanting shock pakudyara maseedlings achibva muno munursery achipinda mumunda. What does it refer to and how best can it be kept when farmers are transplanting from nursery to fields?
Transplanting shock zvinoreva kuti seedling redu rinenge ratadza kuwirirana nemamwe maconditions ari rakunosangana naro kumunda, zvinozokonzeresa kuti ringe richioma kana kuti rotadza kunyatsobata mune zvakanaka. Isusu semaexpert tinokurudzira kuti varimi vachinge vatora maseedlings avo vachiendesa kumunda vatanga vaita pre-irrigate, then voshandisawo mabiostimulant mafoliar fertilizers ekuti vange vachispraya like vana plant shock kuti vakwanise kupreventa transplanting shock iyoyo.
Pane masigns ere atinofanira kutarisira semafarmers kuma-seedlings edu anotiudza kuti aiwa, this seedling is not of good quality and this seedling is of good quality. What shows you that a seedling is of good quality and is well enough to be established in the field?
Seedling rinoratidza kuti ndere good quality one rinenge rakanyatsoita masentimeter kukura kwakanaka, about 5 to 6 centimeters long. Then chechipiri rinenge riri well hardened, ekuti ukarirola wega pachigumwe chako unofanira kunge richidzoka back in position. Point number 3 ndeyekuti wakatarisa root system or the root development yachona inenge inyatsori whitish in color, yakanyatsoratidza kuti yakasvika.
Finally, to close off, pane process yamataura ye-hardening. Pane vanokwanisa kunge vasingazivi kuti process inoitirwei uye munoita sei kuti mukwanise kuachieve process ye-hardening. What are we referring to when we say hardening the seedlings?
When we mean hardening, we are exposing the plant or the seedlings to harsh weather conditions ekuti kana azoenda kufield akukwanisa kusurvive under those harsh conditions. Isusu tiri muno as an expert tinonge tichidzinyima mvura, kunyima mvura nekumbodzi expose kakusvava kuti dzinyatsojaira kupanze harsh conditions anenge aripo, ndo inonzi hardening.
I think tadzidza zvakawanda nhasi sema-farmers about the actual process that it takes to establish a good quality seedling from our expert today. Thank you very much for your insightful words today. Patience, I think we've learned a lot as farmers on the process of establishing the right seedlings and getting good quality seedlings. So farmers, we go back to actually seeking expert advice. From every episode we've heard from the experts that it is important to seek out expert advice for every enterprise that you want to get into within the agricultural industry. We've heard enough today in terms of seedling propagation. We look forward to seeing you again in another episode of Agric Connect, the one show that brings you real-time stories, real-time experiences, and real-time innovations from farmers across the nation of Zimbabwe. My name is Annette Mtetwa, your favorite host. Thank you for joining us on this episode. I look forward to seeing you again.